In this program, I'm going to print out the same array, but I'm going to use a pointer this time. Pound include stdio.h, void main. Here's the beginning of main. Here's the end of main, right down here. I declare a variable called int x. Int size is equal to 0, and then int the array ta has 5 elements. I explicitly assign it these values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But then I now declare a variable called p. It will be a pointer. Pointer to what? Of data of type int. ta, the array, is of type int. So I assign that to ta. So now p is pointing to ta. That means it's pointing to its first element. Then I take the size of ta, which is 5 times the size of the integer variable. That's 4 bytes. 5 times 4 bytes, that's 20 bytes. And I divide that by the size of an integer, which is 4 bytes. Bytes cancel out, so you have 20 divided by 4 gives me 5, and I assign that to size. 5 is the number of elements that I have. What do you know? I run into my for loop. Here's where I'm going to use my pointer. I initialize x to 0. As long as x is less than size, that's 5, so it's going to do this 5 times, do all of this. At the end of each loop, increment x by 1 and increment p by 1. That's my pointer. So, if x equals 5 minus 1, that's 4. It isn't. Right now it's equal to 0. It jumps down to here, to the else part, and does this. What does it do? It calls the printf function, hands it a format specifier, and what do I hand to the format specifier? The variable p. Oops, no, the data that p is pointing to, star p. It's now pointing to what? 10. Because p, int star p was assigned to ta, that means it's pointing to the first element of ta. So, first element of ta, its data, 10, is handed over to %d, which prints out a comma and a space after that. End of the else. Jumps back up here to the 4, increments x, increments p. We're now pointing to 20. Is x equal to 4? No. Jumps down here, prints out 20. Jumps back up here, increments x and p by 1. We're pointing to 30. Wow. Is it equal to 4? Nope. It prints out 30. Jumps back up here, increments x and p. It's now pointing to 40. Is it equal to 4? No. Jumps down here, prints out 40. Jumps back up here to the for loop, increments x and p one more time. This time it's pointing to 50. It is now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. X is now 4. Oh, it's pointing to the 4th element. Now it's pointing to the 4th element. If x equals 5 minus 1, that's 4. If x is equal to 4, now what do I do? It is equal to 4 now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I do now? I do this now. I printf, format specifier. I hand it the data being pointed to by p, which is the 50, and it prints this out. Wait a minute, where's the comma in the space? There is no comma in space, because this is the last element. I don't want a comma in a space after the last element. Doesn't look good. Okay, that's it. It exits the loop, because the next time around, it's 5. Is 5 less than 5? No, it's not. It bypasses this whole thing. Goes to the next statement, which is print out 2 new line characters, the end, 2 new line characters, and then the end, main, the end of main. And that's it. That's what our program does. This is ITA3. So let's GCC this guy. GCC. We're going to compile this guy. LTA3.c. And the output file is LTA3.exe. I hit enter. And it's done. Next thing that I do is I run the program LTA3. And there we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, no comma. And this is all being printed out using pointers. Wow. This is George Bull. Please rate and share this video, and good luck.